top level here where we previously had some weakness, right? You saw some weakness earlier, and now we see the weakness again right here. So right now, what are we waiting for? Previous head here, which was the previous resistance. Now you see the shoulder forming at the previous head, right? So now this is the secondary resistance we want to see. So this is a head and this is the shoulder, right? If this is truly a rejection, you will see the bounce here because we know there's going to be buyers here, right? So we want to see a certain bounce off and maybe form a shoulder right here. If there's shoulder confirmation right here, that's what I want to be prepared for, and we take the trade. Now, the question is, what if the sellers come in fast and furious and it doesn't bounce, right? It pushes itself out. So be it. You don't have enough confirmation to take a trade. If it bounces off, it will certainly retrace. And when it retraces, you want to be taking, like what I mentioned earlier. If this yellow and this buying channel turns into some sort of resistance and it bounces off here, this is where I want to be taking puts, right? But right now, because we saw earlier weakness here, right? See this head and shoulder? That was an earlier weakness. And now the previous head has turned into a secondary shoulder right here. So now I want to see this. I want to see this right shoulder form right here. Now that's the right shoulder form. Now, if you miss this trade, so be it. You saw that red candle, don't be chasing it. It may bounce, right? As I mentioned. And it bounced, it did, right? Right here. Now let it form. See if it forms now. Now we're testing this blue level. Now this is where you need to start paying attention to see if the shoulder forms. Now let's see if the shoulder forms. Yes, the shoulder forms right here. You see rejection. When you see this, this is rejection. Now there are a few ways to be trading this, right? The first way you want to be trading this is you want to see a rejection and you start to take a trade here with the stops at the shoulder level. Secondarily, you want to see if it starts to bounce back again before you start the trade as near as possible to your stop loss. So let's see where it goes. Now it goes down, that's fine. Should probably bounce off the channel, right? Now, here you go. Right here, where you see there's so much resistance off a secondary channel here, this is where you need to start to take a trade. Here is where you need to take a trade. Now, if it's too close to comfort from the channel here, what I would suggest that you do is to wait for a large candle to break out of this channel. Now, if a large candle breaks out of this channel, this is where you will take the momentum trade, right? Otherwise, as I said, wait for it to retrace back here and you can take the trade here as well. If you miss the shoulder here, which formed perfectly, take a look. Perfect shoulder, right? So you see head and shoulder already forming. Why? Because we previously had context of a head and shoulder and now another form of weakness. Now head and shoulder is always a sign of weakness. It's a sign that the market is rejecting a level. This is why there's rejection of the head and the forming of a secondary shoulder. This is a rejection. Twice the sellers have agreed that this price is a great place for rejection. So therefore, when the head forms, this is just a rejection of range, right? So that's weakness. Now, previous weakness here has turned into another support like that, right? See, head and shoulder pattern, right? We still have to break through this, but this is good enough for me to be taking some trades right here for a breakout. Let's see. Remember, red candle or wait for it to retrace. If you miss the red candle, so be it. You miss the shoulder, so be it. Wait for breaking out of this buying channel, right? Because this buying channel, take a look. It's not tested since 10 a.m., right? We have been trading at the upper band of this buying channel. So when this channel is being tested and about to break, you know that the buyers have given up, right? So that's the first thing I want to be looking out for. If there's a red candle here, if I missed this head and shoulder, let's see. No, not yet. Now the red candle, great. So when the red candle forms out of this channel immediately, you're ready. You're ready for puts. Why are you ready for puts? Because you already saw this coming. No chance you're going to be waiting for calls here, right? So your order window will be ready for puts. Once this candle comes in straight, immediately, you're going to be taking a put. Now, what if you miss this? Now, remember what I tell you. If you miss this, so be it. If it goes down, so be it. Let it retrace. It will retrace some form of another. It will retrace back to yellow, or it will form some sort of bear flag and push down. So that's what we want to be paying attention to, even if you missed this trade. If you took puts here, right, and immediately we broke out of channel in a large volume red candle, immediately reward yourself. Take some profits here, right? Take some profits immediately, especially after every large red candle, because chances of a green candle after this red is very, very high. So you don't want to miss the chance of taking some profits here. Now let's take a look. Still going down, that's great. Turns green, right? It went back now immediately, right? As I mentioned, don't be afraid of missing a trade. Absolutely don't be afraid of missing a trade, right? It rebounds back to yellow right here. And that's when you know, right? Look at yellow previously. Support, support, support. If this turns resistance, this is going down, especially with all the rejection here. Right, let's take a look now. Yeah, double wick.